Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the motor in the Samsung dryer. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For the job, we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, a large flathead screwdriver, a socket wrench with a short extension and 14mm head, and an adjustable wrench. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new dryer motor. The dryer motor turns the drum, tumbling the clothing for better drying results. If the drum won't turn and the belt is intact, check the dryer motor and replace it if needed. We need to remove the top panel. For that, we need to take out those two Phillips screws and then slide the panel off. So we're going to use the Phillips screwdriver and we're going to take out those two screws. Slide the top panel back for about 1 inch and then we can lift it off. Now we can take the 3 Phillips screws out and free the main control board. And slide it off, release it from the clamps. So it will give us a little bit of a loose cord, and put it aside here, out of the way. Next step would be removing of the control panels. We need to take out the 3 Phillips screws on the top, and then we're going to take that panel off. We're going to start with opening the door, and then we're going to pull the control panel up and towards you to release the clamps here, and then lift it up. Support the panel and disconnect those 2 plugs. Press the locking tab and disconnect 1 plug first, and then do the same thing for the second plug. Press it this end and pull it apart. And now we can take the panel away. Now we're going to remove this 2 Phillips screws at the bottom. Now we can take out the 4 Phillips screws that holds the front panel at the top. At this moment, the front panel is held in place by these 2 clips at the top and the 3 hinges at the bottom. Lift up on the panel and close the door. We need to disconnect the door switch plug here. Pull it apart. Tilt the panel forward towards you and take it off the bottom hinges. Next, we're going to remove this top mounting bracket. It's held in place by 4 Phillips screws, 2 on each side. Now we can remove the mounting bracket, pull it straight out, and the other side. And remove it. Unplug this wire connector to the light bulb. Free the harness. And put the harness out of the way. Disconnect this wire plug by pressing first the tab and pulling it apart. We're going to remove the screw that secures the filter housing to the blower housing. That's a Phillips screw. We're going to use a Phillips screwdriver. Now we can remove these 4 Phillips screws, 2 on each side, and free the front bulkhead. At this point, we're entering the area of the sharp metal And as you noticed, I put on the gloves. Put on the gloves unless you already did, because we're gonna face a little bit of sharp edges here. So we're gonna lift up the front bulkhead to release it from the 4 clips on the side. Each bracket has a clip. And disengage it from the side tabs on both sides. And then lift up on the drum and release the wheels support rollers. Alright, so we can take it away now. Now we're gonna reach in with both hands and we're gonna push the idler pulley towards the side to loosen up the belt and remove the belt from the pulley. Now we're going to remove the drum out of the dryer, pull up the belt, don't leave any slack at the bottom because we're going to catch on something there, and slowly move it out. After we have the drum out, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get rid of all these lint, layers of lint inside the dryer. So vacuum it. In order to remove the motor, we need to take off the blower wheel. To get to the blower wheel for more convenience and also be able to vacuum the blower housing, we're going to take this blower front cover off. 2 Phillips screws out, then we're going to tilt it forward and remove. See how much junk we have here? So that should be vacuumed. I'm going to jam the motor pulley with an adjustable wrench, tighten it and just place it down, and then we're going to unscrew the blower wheel. We're going to use a 14mm socket wrench and turn the nut clockwise to unscrew it from the shaft. And then just slide the blower off. You have to lift up the blower housing so we can pull the blower over the base. And definitely need some vacuuming. We can take the wrench off. To disconnect the motor plug, we're going to push the one tab at the bottom and one tab at the top and pull it out of the motor. So to remove the rear bracket, we're going to use the big flat blade screwdriver. Put it there, run down into the clip, push it down, and pry out. Same thing with the front one. Gonna place that flat blade screwdriver into the bottom of the clip, push it down, and out. And remove it. And now we can lift up and pull out the motor. This is the old dryer motor next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. Now we can install the motor in. These 2 white motor brackets should go over these 2 base brackets. So we're going to insert the motor into the opening. Shaft goes into the opening. And the brackets match. The motor switch is on this side, on my right. Then we can install these 2 brackets. This cutout goes over the tab on the side. And we're going to lay the bracket on the white motor bracket and push it down, and it locks on the opposite side. The front clamp goes opposite way. We're going to put it on the motor bracket. Same way the side hole locks on the on the base bracket. Alright. And lay it on the top of the white motor bracket. Using the large flathead screwdriver, we're going to push down on that front bracket clamp. You can call it either bracket or clamp. Push it down and in until it locks on the tab. Just to make sure. Try to pull it off. So everything is good. Next step would be connecting the motor plug. Push it in. And two tabs, one on the top, one on the bottom, will lock on the motor switch. Place the adjustable wrench on the motor pulley. And jam it against the cabinet. We can install the blower wheel on the shaft, matching the D shape of the motor shaft with the D shape here on the central piece. And first put the bottom in, and then we can work it on the shaft. Push it in all the way, and then we're going to install the nut. It goes counterclockwise, and we're going to use the 14mm socket wrench. We're going to tighten that nut. Okay, and now we can remove the adjustable wrench. Turn the blower just to check if it's free, and now we can put the cover on. Because this in the bottom locks in. Align the holes here, this and this one, and then we're going to secure it with 2 Phillips screws. Next, the drum and the belt goes back in the cabinet. I'm going to slide it in. Install this felt seal at the back on the support rollers. And then we can install the belt on the pulleys. Right, so now we can put the belt on the pulleys, on the idler and the motor pulley. So I'm going to push the pulley to the side and put the belt underneath, and then we can keep pushing the pulley until the belt will be on the motor pulley. To make sure that the belt is installed correctly, turn the drum 1 full turn clockwise and correct the belt's placement if it's needed to be done. It's perfect. We can continue installation. Alright, now we're going to install the front bulkhead. It's a little tricky, but nothing really special. You need to manage the front support rollers, go under the drum, and I'm gonna install these tabs into the cutouts. Lift on the tab and snag in the tabs here. All 4 of them in. We're going to secure the front bulkhead to the cabinet with the 4 Phillips screws that, if you remember, the 2 on each side. We're going to secure the filter housing to the blower housing with a single Phillips screw here at the bottom. Now we can connect this plug. Before installing the top bracket, we're gonna put in the harness. There's a couple of holders. I'm gonna put one in here and another one in here, and we're gonna place it in here on the top of the light socket, and then we're gonna run into this holder, and then we can connect the plug to the light bulb socket. Now we can install the top mounting bracket. The 4 tabs, 2 on each side, goes into the cutouts in the cabinet here. And now we can secure it with 4 Phillips screws. And now we're going to install the front panel. We're going to put it on the bottom 3 hinges where the cutouts in the panel. We're going to match it with the hinges, put it over the hinges, and bring the panel forward. Connect the door switch. And lock the panel on those 2 top tabs. Secure the front panel with the 4 Phillips screws at the top. We're going to attach it to the mounting bracket. We can put this 2 Phillips screws back on. Bring the control panel in, support it, and connect the 2 plugs. And install the control panel. First we're going to put this, we have 6 posts here that will go into the cutouts at the bottom and feed the plugs into the opening, and tilt the control panel towards the dryer, push it down, make sure it's fitted properly, and then we can close the door. Secure the control panel with 3 Phillips screws. Now we can put the control board back in. We're going to first start putting the wire harness into the clamps here. Push it in. And turn it around. Install this one on the top here. This one slides on. And now we can secure it with the 3 Phillips screws. And the top panel goes back on. And I put it down about an inch away from the control panel. Then slide it forward. So we're going to secure the top panel with 2 Phillips screws. Plug the dryer in and check if it's drying properly. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.